This campaign has been conducted with far more restraint than I thought.
I killed the Duke's brother so long ago. Would any of this have happened? This thing in Karnaca could have really gotten ugly.
Remarkable what Delilah's accomplished, coming from such a background, taking the throne.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an Empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
The situation with the Duke is behind us.
Hey, there you are. I wanted a chance to talk.
Meagan.
People have called me that for a long time, but it's a lie. My name is Billy Lurk.
Everyone's full of secrets. Why do I feel like you've got more to say?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but you deserve the truth. I'll just say it. 15 years ago, I ran with a mercenary gang. We got paid to kill people. Some who deserved it, some who didn't. The boss pulled me up from the Dunwall slums when I had nothing and had run out of rope. This is hard to admit.
Whatever it is, spit it out.
Our leader was the assassin Dowd, and I was part of the crew. Our last big job together, we were paid to...
You helped Dowd kill my mother?
Yes. I don't know what else to say. I've lived a very long time wishing I could take that day back, but I can't.
I can't ever forgive you for what you did. But suffering has a way of twisting people. You're a different woman today than you were then.
Yeah. We've all been hurt. But not all of us did what I did, or became what Delilah became. I know you'll never get over it, but neither will I.
I hope not. Goodbye, Billy. I'm taking the skiff, and I'll go alone from here.
I doubt my apartment on Caldwell's Bridge is as I left it. When this is over, I might visit the Academy of Natural Philosophy and shock them all, assuming it still stands.
I'm still aboard this creaking thing that Meagan calls a boat. Anton Sokolov, once designer of mighty ships, thrown against the malevolent ocean and large enough to heave the great leviathans aboard, thrashing and spilling their life's blood across the decks. Majestic ships, swift with luxurious cabins, fit for an Empress. Where are those vessels now? They're far too important to carry an old man like me. I've been abandoned by my own creations. But maybe that's the way it should be. Haven't I been cruel, selfish? Perhaps I should be forgotten, consigned to the junk heap. Maybe I should die at last. And there's a chance I will on this final escapade. To Dunwall, then. We'll see what's left of me.
You know where to go to find Delilah, but how will you handle her? It's my hope that you have some sort of plan.
It could be tricky. She might not give me any choice but to fight. And Delilah deserves whatever she gets.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I've told you, I knew her long ago. Badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place. If only that could have been channeled towards something less twisted.
It's probably too late to dwell on regrets.
Yes, you're right. In any case, please watch yourself. I've come to care a great deal about you.
Goodbye, Anton. If old Samuel could see me now.
Take me to Dunwall Tower. Bring me back to the cage of my own chest.
Oh, I will. Delilah will be made mortal again.
You let your mother slip into oblivion. Do you know where my mother's resting? In a child's coffin, her skinny legs tucked beneath her, because I couldn't afford proper burial, while my father rests in the Imperial crypt.
You're lying.
You still can't accept it, little girl. Your father was born a nobody. I inhabit your mother's heart, and my body walks the halls of your crumbling palace and sleeps between your sheets.
If I learned anything in Karnaca, it's that birth shouldn't give anyone the right to rule. You earn it every day by serving the people who need you. Now I'm coming to end your tyranny, Delilah.
Step up and see what I've got. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment. I'll take that deal. Glad we could do business. You won't regret it. I take a risk just having the goods delivered here. Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry. My door's always open.
Your Majesty, you're alive! It's...
I've been down in Karnaca trying to figure out how all this happened, with Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos.
And were you successful? Things are a mess here.
I know how to beat Delilah now. I'm going to retake my throne and find a way to help my father.
That's the best news I've heard in a long while. You'll have my support. Whatever you need, just ask.
Once it's safe, just tell the public what happened. If I come out on top, I'll invite you to Dunwall Tower to conduct an interview.
Here, I can smell money. Check behind the paintings.
Welcome home, Your Majesty. Delilah's waiting for you. She's been sleeping badly for the last couple of weeks, because that piece of her you are carrying around has been calling out, begging her to take it back. She feels the same craving, but she'll fight to the death
to stop you from putting your spirit back where it belongs. You were careful in Karnaca. Let's see how that serves you in the tower where you were born. Delilah's got the throne, and she's got your father. But now, she's got a secret as well.
That's a shame. Dunwall Tower, where I was born.
I saw the High Overseer fall. All is lost. Leave this place.
The Abbey assaulted the tower?
Somehow we were overcome. Not just Delilah's sorcerers and their gravehounds, but mechanical men. Automated soldiers. The ancient music was useless against them.
Rest now. But know that I'm going to end Delilah's reign. I swear it.
At death's door, I smell the corruption of the void upon you. A heretic against a heretic. Laughable. The world is doomed.
And 6 hands blend, make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush, conjure rainbows for her brush.
Ammonia drowns precious copper, cyan leads to dreams improper.
4 hands sift and 4 hands blend, make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained blue and blush, conjure rainbows for her brush.
I hear you, Mistress. I'm your devoted servant.
The algae is all dried out, but that makes it easier to collect. Less messy. You can still smell it.
How much of the algae does Our Lady Delilah want? And what's it for? Tell me. I won't let the secret slip.
She just needs a bit, and if you promise to keep your tongue in your head, I'll tell you. It's part of her new undertaking. A painting to end all paintings, she says. Some great new magic she's concocting.
After taking Dunwall Tower itself, what more could our mistress want?
Delilah wants the whole world's love. The seas around it and the stars above it.
Delilah's hatred for my mother knows no end. Mother, I wish we could talk just one more time.
It shouldn't be. No one's been coming up to Wrenhaven of late.
the throne room. But a few days ago, she was spending all her time in that bleak little overseer chapel. What's afoot? What's she working on?
She probably found it funny, using the chapel as a studio, mixing pigments where those fools used to preach their nonsense. But she moved to the throne room when she was ready to start her new painting.
Always exciting when she starts to sculpt or paint.
Yes, but this one is special. Delilah says it's going to change everything, the world and all the spheres beyond. Go sneak a peek of it, if you dare.
If Delilah's in the throne room, I can use the elevator to reach her. I'll have to reach the security room to restore electricity to the tower and get the elevator working. The High Overseer. It makes me furious seeing the tower like this.
If this plays, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil. Note, remove this playback after the final field test. The machine has completed another full instruction set. Rotations. Reintroducing graphite. Check central rotor.
That clockwork thing is still out there somewhere. Got to listen for it coming. need to slip away for food soon. So risky, the way those malevolent hags come and go. I hope Milford got free. How long has he been the maintenance engineer for the tower? 15, 20 years at least. He deserves better than whatever this is.
With the power on, I can take the elevator to the throne room.
And the humming. No burning grease on the air, sister.
Could this be our mistress, awakening the tower machinery?
Why is there a tree in the middle of the chapel? Delilah's working on something terrible, but I might be able to sabotage it. By crafting more corrupt runes, I could disrupt Delilah's painting.
It worked. I painted the chapel, but added a tree to the painting. After arranging the runes across the chair, both pure and corrupted, I was able to transpose the chapel made of paint with the one made of stone. With more runes, I should be able to do the same to all the Empire. This will be my greatest undertaking, transposing my painting. The world as it should be. With this wretched dung heap we're all born into. At last, all will be made proper and good.
This won't do. To have the tower humming and belching sparks once more.
1,000 rotations. Reintroducing graphite. This indicates the search protocol is underway. Okay, return to routine.
Are you going to hide forever and die like a rat under a cupboard?
You won't go far. Careful. Whoever did that could still be around here. It's no—
You will take me back and die at my hands.
When the overseers babbled, what has Delilah done to my throne? Worthless to me. Such a... My spirit returns. To the canvas, and I will show you my vision. So this is the world she dreams about. Delilah on the throne, the painting should trap her in her own fantasy world. You wanted to rule a world of your own, Delilah. So be it.
At last, what I've always deserved. My justice. Now what's always been marred and distorted will be perfect. I've waited so long. Sing my songs and lick my flesh. Worship me.
What happened?
Let's sit down. I'll explain it all.
And so a man born with the face of the Duke took his seat in Karnaca, ruling with empathy for those not born in a palace. The people were surprised by this sudden turn, but did not question their good fortune. In Dunwall, without ever realizing it, Delilah passed into an imagined world where her father's promises were fulfilled and her subjects would love her forever, as she sailed the ocean with a great fleet and trekked across the Pendician wastes. While in the true capital, Emily the Just, Emily the Clever, ruled for decades over a prosperous, mended empire with Corvo Attano by her side. In his day, Anton Sokolov fired the engines of industry, hurtling the empire into a more sophisticated age. He dallied with nobles, wayward artists, and great inventors alike, drinking in all that life could offer. Leaving Dunwall for the last time, he headed to the cold north, contented at last, on a final voyage to take him home. There are things that never change, no matter how hard you try. Questions you must answer. As Meagan Foster faded from the world, Billy Lurk stepped from her shadow, setting out to discover her truest self, and seeking the closest thing she'd ever known to family.
the sands of sweet Serkonos did we bathe in the sun, sharing grapes from Culero when you were the only one.
On the streets of Karnaca, I met you long ago, when the city was so peaceful and the bay seemed to glow.
We danced and sang until the early ships sailed, and when morning bells rang, only then we exhaled. Now the sands of Serkonos, they're burning in the sun,
And the grapes from Culero are withered and finely done.
now we cower in the alleys of streets where we did stroll, while the Duke claims our riches and his firing squads patrol. We run and hide until the evening ships sail. When the night is black, only then we exhale. So meet me in the shadows, bring your sweetest grapes. We'll slip on to a whaler, and maybe we'll escape.